Hello. Today I'm going to share with you some of my reflections by showing you what I've been working on with my students this week in class. In our last few days together, I've chosen to spend my time with my students doing a Dream Defender leadership retreat. In this retreat, I'm sharing with them some of the skills that I've learned in DPLA and some of the activities that we've done throughout our classes. And we started all of this conversation with something that I think is so important to what it is that we do. Starting with your why. Understanding that if you're proactive and you begin with that why in mind, that you can, in fact, make tremendous change in the world around you and in your community. And as part of this work, I asked them what they would want to see in the world. And we got varying responses all over the place. But the common thread was simple. We wanted to see a future that better reflected what we needed and what we wanted out of the world. And so I asked my students to write a letter to their future self, one that I hope to deliver to them in a couple of years. And so in that spirit, I'm going to today record my letter to my future self. Dear Matt, right now you're probably getting prepared to start work at a new school. A school that has thousands of community members, parents, students, and teachers who are invested in its success. Your work every day is so important, and those people, deserve your very best leadership. So I want you to remember a few things as you get started today. I want you to remember a couple years ago, your 8th grade students who scored some of the highest marks your school has seen and you've seen on a standardized test in your science test. At the same time, these very same students, your 90 boys who you taught in 2016, 2017, scored 1s in math. Only 7% of them actually passed, and of the 93% that didn't, many of them were at the very lowest level of state measurement. This fact is deeply saddening. It doesn't take much imagination to think about what might happen to 90 boys of color being sent to high school at the lowest possible levels in math, lacking the prerequisite skills in a subject which could well determine whether or not they graduate from high school. This is a failure of a whole system, and one that requires tremendous leadership. It requires relentless pursuit of instructional excellence, it requires tenacity, and it requires sharing and communicating a vision for the why that serves these students that will inspire people. So as you go out to work today, remember that indeed the arc of the moral universe does bend toward justice, but it doesn't bend on its own. And we need to bend it.